Well, let's be clear about what the concern was, or those that were perhaps not happy about it. We had a similar situation last year where an artist was very promotional about making sure that their fellow voting members were aware of their music. So what we did a number of years ago was to establish a member website. It's called Grammy 365. If you're a Recording Academy member, you can log on to that site. You have a protected password. All the members can talk to each other. It's a wonderful thing. But it also creates something that we've not had before, which is a means of artists directly talking to and perhaps lobbying for themselves. What that particular artist did was he was very effective about having other members be aware of his music. The other thing we instituted in the past couple of years is every member has a password-protected ability to go on a website where they can listen to all of the nominated music. Almost every single entry in the nomination process can be heard. So obviously there was some influence that came through that process, but everything that was done was totally legitimate, totally within our rules and regulations, and so that's how the nominations came to be. The question for us is, having now this architecture where members can talk to each other, does that create any kind of an issue in terms of one artist who's maybe more adept at being proactive to try to market themselves, if you will, to someone who isn't? And so we have a number of ideas about revising the use of that website so that that would not be an issue or an option during the voting period. Our voting process is totally pristine and has not had an issue or a problem, and I don't think any of the folks that you speak to who are voting members would indicate any concerns about that. So I hope that clarifies for you.
All right, question back there?
Yes. You know, as I said a little earlier, we have a fresh canvas to paint on in any given year, so we don't have a required quota of any particular genre. And again, remember, we are, unlike any other of the awards processes, we recognize all music. So we have 81 categories. There's a lot of different kinds of music. So you saw reggae tonight, you saw jazz, you saw Mavis Staples from the gospel community, you saw country music, you saw pop, you saw hip hop, you saw rap, so many different kinds of things. So in any given year, we just try to create a great show with great musicians. In this year, based on the music that was released, you had some music that had country flavor to it, country orientation, and when we put together, you know, the cast of folks that do this, we're very pleased to have a number of people that come from the country community, but it's a shrinking world today. So, you know, a lot of artists that came out of the country world are major stars across the board today. So I hope that answers your question. We wear you out.
All right, last question. Any more questions?